Okay guys, it is time for a new update here on the cryptocurrency markets because as you probably seen, Ethereum is pumping massively within the last 48 hours. Bitcoin got its second try of retesting our upward sloping resistance here on the 4 hourly, but also on the daily time frame where also our 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level is located at. Are we going to break it to the upside now with the second try? Can we expect more and more upside now within the next couple of weeks all the way up to the remaining resistance areas of the $22,000 and $27,500 level, or do we need to expect now a massive rejection and we should open a new short trade? Guys, we are going to talk about that as well. We have some very interesting on-chain data we need to take a look at because as always we want to discuss what we can see here. Is the social sentiment correct? Are we finally not correlating with the stock market anymore? How are our realized prices looking? Is the average Bitcoin holder in a loss or profit, and is it time to expect the whole thing to reverse? Guys, let's talk about that. As always, I would really appreciate it if you would smash up a like, don't forget to subscribe, activate the bell here on this channel so you don't miss out on any future uploads, and leave a comment down below. I really appreciate that, and it shows the YouTube algorithm that the content of this video is relevant right now. But now, let's not talk too much, but let's just jump right into the charts. As we can already see on the 4 hourly time frame, as I talked about it in my last video, we need to be a little bit careful. We are hitting upward sloping resistance and the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level. It's not unlikely that we may see a little bit of a sell-off. We saw a big sell-off all the way down to the $20,000 level. Maybe you guys remember, I also told you that it's highly important that we are not breaking that $20,000 level to the downside. Why was that? Because we don't want to see our weekly candle potentially closing here below the $19,700 where our upward sloping resistance here for the weekly time frame is. And because we only have 1 day and 14 hours remaining in that weekly candle, we now need to start being very, very careful. Because what is here the potential? I mean, we just saw a break above the support. It was a potential, for example, for us closing this 4 hourly candle above, bouncing off the past resistance, confirming the break to the upside, and then with that also closing our daily candle at the end of today above the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level and our daily upward sloping resistance. This is not the case. So far, Bitcoin got sold off again while trying to break above these levels. So what we need to be very careful of is a potential M pattern now here forming on the 4 hourly time frame, which would definitely lead to a bearish daily candle close and another rejection, and it could potentially lead to a relatively quick sell-off tomorrow. Guys, let's take a look at the price target. If this M pattern should play out successfully here, which I really don't hope it will, 19,500. Guys, you can already see it is possible that we are actually closing this weekly candle below our resistance, which would be a massive, massive bearish sign because the bulls definitely wasted then a huge amount of energy to pump the price above that weekly resistance to reach high prices as the $21,000 level, but at the end of the day fail to hold them and get rejected and even close the weekly candle very bearish. So let's be extremely careful. The next 48 hours will be highly interesting, and I can already tell you I will keep you up to date here on the channel as long as you are subscribed and you have the bell active. So in the case that we are getting now here rejected, I see the possibility that I would actually open a short hedge position as soon as we see a confirmed breakout below this resistance here. Just because the M pattern is playing out then and the likelihood of us closing the weekly candle extremely bearish is then relatively high. But so far, let's just hope that Bitcoin is managing to hold this price area here, manages to break above the resistance, sees a bounce, and I can already tell you, once we are breaking the high point, then here to the upside, we see a daily candle closing bullish, we see the weekly candle closing bullish, I will actually start scaling up my swing long positions, not because the bear market is completely over at that time, but just because we at least need to expect that the next weekly candles then reach the $22,000 level and even potentially in the best case scenario somewhere here the $27,000 levels. So that's why I would scale up my swing long trades, because if the bear market is over or not, I mean, it will be decided at these price levels here. Are we managed to break here back inside, continue the bull run slowly and go into the next big run up? till the beginning of 2024, or are we actually seeing here rejection and we are seeing a continuation of the current bear market, right? So this is just the thing where I'm staying a little bit careful, but I want to be prepared, and that's why if we are seeing now consistent bullish breakouts on the smaller time frame, for me it would be time to scale up my long swings. Also because we can see a new all-time high reached in the global activity on social media. What is this chart showing us? It's showing us the amount of just social media engagements where the word Bitcoin is actually involved. And we can see that even though we normally saw in our last bear market in 2018, for example, social engagement dropping by 90% and almost nobody on social media talking about Bitcoin anymore. Although we are now in the deepest bear market, still we are reaching new all-time highs here in social activity. This means that we have never seen this before, that less people are not interested in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies anymore, even though we are in the bear market. And this is a very good sign. This is also a sign that as soon as fear of missing out, FOMO, sets in again when we are breaking these important price levels, this means there is still a lot of people in the market ready to directly jump into some buys to push the price even higher. So that's why we can actually expect the price, if it reverses and the bear market ends, to do that relatively quickly. That's why, guys, I mean, this is definitely a positive sign. Nevertheless, let's wait now here if Bitcoin is even able to break to the upside, because Ethereum, I mean, we already saw that Ethereum broke above its horizontal support and resistance area. We talked about this horizontal support and resistance area over and over again, that when it breaks to the upside, we need to expect a bigger move to follow for Ethereum. After we broke it to the upside, we saw a massive run to the upside so far. We reached prices of $1,650, and this downward sloping resistance over here, which could be connected as a not perfect symmetrical triangle, we actually saw a bounce and a break to the upside. So if we are closing this daily candle now above the $1,580 level for Ethereum today, that would mean that we are seeing here confirmed breakout, and that would be definitely a bullish sign, because the next relevant resistance here on Ethereum comes in at the $1,900 level. That's the next resistance that we need to keep an eye on then for Ethereum on the weekly timeframes, if Bitcoin and Ethereum are now able to keep the current daily price gains, and especially Bitcoin is able to break above the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level without seeing now a harsh rejection and our weekly candle still potentially closing below the $19,700 level. Besides that, as always, I mean, the average Bitcoin holder is right now in a loss. As we know, as soon as the average Bitcoin holder is in a massive profit, it's mostly the time to say, okay, this might be the bull market top. As soon as the average Bitcoin holder is in a very big realized loss, I mean, we know that the market might turn around relatively soon, because there's only a certain amount of people that are able to sell their Bitcoin at a loss before other people are just saying, okay, I will keep my Bitcoin for the next bull run. At some point, every single one of these Bitcoin is accumulated by people like me, by people like you, that are active in the bear markets, that are just waiting to scoop up some Bitcoin, or to use the volatility in the markets to get some Bitcoin out of their trades, right, to keep them for the long term. That's why, as always, guys, it's a nice thing if Bitcoin pumps just for our hodl portfolios. Besides that, the last thing, which is not perfect, but I really hope that we are slowly seeing that happening, because now the pump that we saw, I mean, it was highly correlated, Ethereum and the S&P 500 again, it was highly correlated with the stock market. So we can see that Bitcoin, Ethereum, they are still, especially Bitcoin, I mean, Ethereum wouldn't be called a safe haven asset most likely ever, but just because of its functionality. But Bitcoin, a safe haven asset, I mean, when is this going to take place? For that, we definitely need to see the correlation break between the stock markets and Bitcoin, because otherwise, or Ethereum, because otherwise Ethereum and Bitcoin stay just speculative assets for all the retail investors and traditional investors. So we definitely want to see that, and especially for the institutional investors, right? It will just stay a speculative asset for them that they use to probably potentially make some money on the crazy volatility that we sometimes see in the crypto market. So we definitely want to see the decoupling finally happening, that we can, with high confidence say Bitcoin is a safe haven asset and is starting to establish itself as a safe haven asset now for all asset classes. But let's keep an eye on that. That's the only thing that is not all too positive. that the correlation is still so high, because this means with the current market situation that if the stock market starts to plummet again, it most likely will pull cryptocurrencies for now still with it to the downside. But guys, as always, I hope you enjoyed this video. By the way, if you want to take part in my team, BitGet has a massive trading competition with a prize pool of up to 100 Bitcoin. Yes guys, we as a team together, I think we can win a total of 30 Bitcoin of these 100. So guys, make sure to go to the video description. I will leave you the link to my team down below. It's called just Team Mo. We are going to get together that prize pool. I'm very sure. I think we can also get signed t-shirts by Lionel Messi, and I don't know, we can get a huge amount of stuff. We can get $32,000 of fan token. Like I said, that is like a big amount, 30 Bitcoin in total. We as a team, that's the most important, can get up to a 30 BTC prize pool split amongst us. So guys, go to the video description. I will put the link to my team there. It's only for people that are trading on BitGet. But as I said, 100 Bitcoin prize pool, definitely worth taking part in, because it doesn't cost you anything and you are just getting benefits. I think the first 100 people that are joining my team are also receiving $15 in free trading credit. On top of that, if you want to make a small risky trade, I don't know, $15 is not that much for almost everyone out there, I know, but maybe it's still something fun, a small little bonus besides the 30 BTC we can win together as a team. So join, and we are going to see us very soon. Till then, bye.